to Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of Noise Media Network, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County and beyond. Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, all my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett land and all of you around the world listening to the sound of my voice. It's a beautiful day here in Gwinnett County. 80 degrees going into a high of 89, so it's lovely. I hope you're doing wonderful. My throat's a little scratchy. My ear's itching. Oh, speaking of ear itching, let's take that out. My ear's itching. So what happened was we were in the garage this weekend, cleaning out the garage and moving stuff around. Now, here's the crazy thing. There's some things in my garage that have been that they've been there for 8 years, right? Nobody has touched them. And so we're out there cleaning the garage up, moving stuff around, dust everywhere. And I'm telling you, something got in my throat. It's been there ever since. Like, in my ears itching, my throat is itching, so my voice is raspy. You know, I was fine until I went outside in that garage and I said to my husband, man, I'm itching right now. And I was itching Saturday. We went out there Friday. I was itching Friday after we came from out there, Saturday, and then Sunday. And so it's still itching, and I want to just get inside my ear and just go right. It's this ear and this side of my throat, and I just want to get in there and just scratch, but I can't. So I'm like, so I got to be very careful. I can't talk a lot because every time I start talking a lot, then I start coughing because it starts to itch and tickle, all this little crazy stuff. So this is not going to be a long show, because I know how it's going to get. I don't want it to start tickling and all that kind of stuff. And I got to keep going to music because that's what has happened. Like, you can even hear me now, like almost like I just need to get inside this ear right here and just, I can't do it. I used a Q-tip last night. That helped a little bit. Anyway, it's out there in that freaking dust. You got to be careful about that stuff. So I was out there and it's like I came in, my hands were straight black, just dust everywhere and stuff that we hadn't used since we been here for 8 years. I'm like, that junk need to go to in the garbage or to Goodwill or something. A lot of it was really good stuff that really needs to go to Goodwill. And so, yeah. So just know that, if you see me start to, that's because my ear is really itching again. Anyways, National Hand Roll Day. I don't know what that means. I'm going to go like this. It's also one of y'all favorites. National Fried Chicken Day. I know some of y'all are excited because it's National Fried Chicken Day. I have a friend. She's one of my good friends. She loves fried chicken. And I remember when we were younger, she got pregnant, right? And we were in the parking lot. I think we were we were shopping. I think we were about to go out to the club like that weekend or something. So we were out shopping. And she stopped to Earl. She had to Earl, right? And I said, oh, what's wrong with you? And she's like, I think it was the chicken. I was like, don't no chicken make you throw up. Don't no chicken make you throw up. You throwing up over there in the corner. So come to find out, she was pregnant. But, but she loves chicken. She loves chicken. And it's a wonder both of her kids didn't love chicken like that, because she ate chicken and she still does. So it's National Fried Chicken Day. For those of you who really love chicken, go ahead and knock yourself out. I eat fried chicken every once in a blue moon. You would not believe it, right? It's the truth. I used to eat it a lot too, but I don't eat too much of anything anymore. I eat crabs, and it's so crazy because my mercury level is probably off the charts because I do eat a lot of crabs. I eat crabs at least 2 to 3 times a week. I don't think that's really good for me, but I do. All right, let's keep it moving. We're going to go ahead and kick it off with your horoscopes, brought to you by noted astrologer Michael Thyssen for today, July the 6th. Listen, I got to give a happy birthday shout out to 50 Cent. Today is 50 Cent's birthday. Happy birthday, 50 Cent. It's your birthday, boy. It's your birthday. Yeah. In the club, right? It's 50 Cent's birthday. Happy birthday, 50. We're going to kick this thing off like we always do, and that is with Aries. Use your creative abilities to come up with new ideas and directions. Focus on using your creative abilities in other ways. Try to mix business with pleasure while traveling. Yeah, use your creative abilities to come up with new ideas and new directions. Sometimes you just have to sit still for a minute and just think things through. I can tell you right now, when I get creative, the most is when I'm around water. Whether I'm in the kitchen with the water running in the sink, ideas just pop in my head. And I'm brushing my teeth, ideas are popping in my head. When I'm sitting in the shower, ideas pop in my head. So find that place that makes you creative. Sit there for a minute and come up with some new and creative ideas so you can go in different directions, okay? All right, Aries. Taurus, you may be frustrated by the way situations are being handled in your personal life. Sudden changes regarding colleagues may surprise you. You don't like confrontations at the best of times. However, you may find them difficult to avoid. Yeah, you may be frustrated with, the way things are being handled in your personal life. Here's the thing, it's your personal life. So you handle them different. You can't expect anybody else to handle things in your personal life. It's your personal life, right? So you handle those things. Gemini, don't hesitate to come right out and ask for the pertinent information. Your new romantic partners will evolve through group endeavors. However, the association may not last long. Yeah, so it may not last long, the association. So right now you're going to get in there. You're going to find you some new partners, romantic partners, and then it's going to crash. So get in there early so you can find that person, find your person, and by the time it crashes, y'all done hooked up already. Travel and educational pursuits may help alleviate the stress you have been feeling. Yeah, do some traveling. One of the things I like to do is when I travel, I either want to totally rest, or I want to go and find something that like intrigues me, like a museum or some history stuff. So speaking of that, I'm going to New Orleans this month. I was about to say next month, this month in a couple of weeks. And for me, I've been to New Orleans before, and that's one of them places like I got to come back here because I feel like I didn't see everything. Because New Orleans have a rich history. I'm talking about a rich history, and I really, really, really want to explore that. So when I go this time, my goal is to explore the history of New Orleans, at least some of it anyway. I'm not a drinker, so hanging out on Bourbon Street, maybe it's a big thing, but I'm not a drinker, so that doesn't really matter. I'm more of the history person. And so I'm looking forward to discovering, some of the history of New Orleans because I know it has a rich history. Cancer, you'll be able to break bad habits if you put your mind to it. Think twice before you agree to take on any new projects. Hassle with female colleagues may lead to problems with your boss. Ooh, Cancer. Okay, watch out for them. Watch out for the colleagues that's trying to mess you around. Watch out for them. And anyway, and think twice before you say yes to any new projects. Right now, if your plate is like mine, again, my plate is overcrowded. However, I feel very confident that this weekend I would alleviate some of the things on my plate and focus on the things that I need to focus on. I just picked up a new client yesterday. I'm always excited when I pick up a new client. So Noise is busy. Noise is pushing out. Woo, Noise is busy. Noise is getting busier. So I have 3 clients right now that are big, major clients. Like I have more clients, but I have 3 major clients, and this is a major client. He's a politician. He's running for a state seat here in Georgia, and he brought me on as a media partner to help him make sure his media is all over the place because that's what I do. When I ain't talking to you guys Monday through Thursday, I have a business to run on the other side that helps small business owners, politicians, artists, authors get their message out there by leveraging the power of podcasting and streaming media. And so he came to me because he knows my work. I worked with him last time he ran for something, and I'm working with him again. So just picked that client up yesterday and excited about helping him win the race. Like we came this close last time with a lot of content going out. We're gonna have even more content going out on even more platforms. So now I have to pull together all of these platforms, and I have to make sure that the content goes out to all of the platforms. So I got to sit down with my teams, like, look, this is what we got to do, and that's what we'll be doing. So I'm excited about that. Leo, take care of the needs and responsibilities of elders. Expand your knowledge and sign up for a course or a seminar. Try to be as mellow as possible. Mellow is the key word there. Mellow, Leo, mellow, right? Take a class. Take something that you've been meaning to take for a while. It's the time. Now is the time. If you're learning, you're earning. If you stop learning, you're going to stop earning. I'm just trying to help you out. The more you know, the better you can earn. And so take a course. Learn something new. And let me tell you something. There are courses out there pretty much on anything you could possibly think about. Anything. I was just on my morning mastermind meetup, right? And David Shands, who is the host of the Morning Mastermind Meetup, every morning it's about 300 people. I think today was like 339 people on a Zoom mastermind. I think that's amazing. It was about 339 people on the Zoom meetup. But he just told us that he just signed up for a coaching class, right? And a lot of us are like, what? Because that's somebody's salary. He paid $55,000 for that coaching class. Now, I understand why he did it. Because his goal, he makes a lot of money. Let me just say that. Let me just back up. He does pretty well, right? So $55,000 to me and you sound like, oh my God, on a coaching class, like ooh. But for him, it's for him to get the 55 million. Right? Because he's at the million mark already. That's not a big deal. So he can pay $55,000 to get to 55 million. So you got to understand it. So sometimes you have to invest in not sometimes. If you expect to be successful, you have to invest in yourself. Trust me, I invest plenty into myself. When I get to the point where I can drop 55,000 because I'm trying to get to 55 million, guess what I'm going to do? That's what I'm going to do. And so right now I spend a lot of money on training and coaching and masterminds. I do. That's because I know the goal is to create this ecosystem around Good Morning Gwinnett and build it out into something amazing, right? And that's my goal. So, and for me to do that, there are some things that I don't know. And I give you a prime example. Now, he's been doing his podcast, I think, for about 3 years, right? Maybe more. But anyway, he just picked up an advertiser. So he spent $55,000, right, on his coaching program. But a couple of days after that, he picked up an advertiser who wants to advertise on his podcast for $52,000. Okay, he just made his money back in like 3 days, right? Because that's the law of the universe. Those are universal laws. You attract what you put out. If you put out lack, you're going to get lack. If you put out positivity and expect money, listen, I'm going to tell y'all something funny. And this was funny because it was funny to me. So I picked up, let me back up for a second. I picked up a new client yesterday on, let me see, what's the day? Today was it Sunday? It was Sunday. On Sunday, I picked up an old client who came back, right? Now, these are big money clients. And so my husband said, and what was funny about this client, he doesn't live in here. He lives in Jersey, but he was here for the 4th of July weekend. He came in. He was like, hey, he called me, though, on Messenger to say, I'm going to be in town. I need you to help me get back in shape. Because what happened was, he had written a book. I helped him get the book out. I did a lot of work for him to get the book out. And, I helped him. And he has always been very grateful for that because he had a rough life. And he said nobody would help him. And so my friend, who he was kind of dating at the time, said, go to Audrey. She can help him. And she was right. I helped him because I helped her with her book and get some stuff out. This is what I do. So I helped him, and this was about 2 years ago, and he sold tons of books. He went to LA, he did a book tour, all these great things. And so he took a break. He fell in love. He's getting married, so he took a break. He has custody of his kids, so he had a lot going on. So he took a break. So he reached out to me about 3 weeks ago and said, hey, I'm coming to Jersey. I just want to let you know I'm ready to get back in the game. I need to relaunch everything, And so for me, I'm like, okay, cool. So when he tells me that, I already know what he has done. Now, it's been almost 3 years. There's a lot more he can do because there's a lot more that I can share with him that I've learned over the last 3 years that's new. So he comes back, and so he comes on Sunday. He calls me. He's like, hey, I'm here. Come anytime you want to. So my husband, I said, come on, ride with me. Let me go to Lilburn. So I go to Lilburn, and I get there, and I'm thinking, so before I go, I said to my husband, I said, you know what, let me just do a to-do list, an agenda, so we can roll out this agenda, what we're going to talk about, some ideas I got for him. So this is me in the bedroom, doing all this stuff, right? And then he calls, he said, hey, I'm home. If you want to come now, come on. I said, okay. So I said, okay, I'll be there in about an hour. So I'm doing my list, okay, these are the things I think he needs to do to relaunch and do some rebranding, blah, blah, blah. And I get to the house, and he comes to the car, and he gets in the back seat. He's like, I just want to thank you so much for everything that you've done for me. I just want to show you some love right now. When I get back to Jersey, we're going to launch this thing. And I was like, okay. So I'm ready to pop off ideas. Like, no, I just want to thank you. I just want to grease your palms and thank you. So he puts $400 in my hand, right? And I was like, oh, okay. He said, no, just let me know. Send the bill. We'll talk about, because he has, I got the plan that, it's a 5-figure plan that I have for him, right? And he's okay with that. He says to me, I'm caked up. I was like, great, right? So this should be a piece of cake. But he puts the money in my hand. And my husband is so funny. So we leave, and I didn't know how much it was. I thought it was like a couple $100. He dropped like $400 in my hand. He just folded and put it in my hand, right? So my husband said, so I looked at him, he gave me $400. He said, so we were talking literally about 10 minutes, maybe 10, maybe not even 10. My husband goes, well, what's your next stop? It was so funny. I had to be there because it was like, I just got like $400 in 10 minutes. But I said all that to say, when you know stuff, you can share with people. And when people start to realize who you are and that you can help them solve a problem, they come to you and then they refer people. Like, my friend helped me. I helped her. She referred him. He referred me to another lady who referred me to another guy just recently who is a high ticket client up in New York. So now I'm putting together his package for him. He's also an author, so it's that type of thing. And so we got some great things we're going to be doing. And so I said all that to say, Leo, is that learn new things, because when you learn new things, you can help more people. That's all I'm saying. I know that was a long story to say that, but that's all I'm saying. Virgo, financial limitations may add to your depression. You haven't been watching your spending habits, and you may have been neglecting your duties. You need to get out and have some fun and reduce some tension. Have some fun. Listen here. You got to have some fun, Virgo. You're working too much. You're stressed out. Now you're depressed. Have some fun. All right? That's what I'm telling you. All right, I'm going to a song. I'll be right back after this song to give you more of the horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Micah Thiason. Stay tuned.
Caught by a feeling, goes me on the right or wrong, gets me what I want. I'm hanging by a string,
Welcome back. It's your girl, Audrey Bell Kearney, giving you the daily horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Michael Thias. I'm going to pick it up with Libra. Take a different approach. Make an offer they just can't refuse. You'll be able to discuss your ambitions with your mate. Find a quiet spot where you can work diligently and stay out of the way. Yes, listen, when you can share your ambitions with your mate, that's a wonderful thing. Especially if they talk back to you. It's one thing to share. It's another thing to have them talk back to you, right? Because you could be talking and they're just not really paying any attention. They're not sharing. They're not giving you feedback. They're just kind of sitting there. Or they're just nodding yes. They're not really talking to you. But if you're sharing today, Libra, with your mate about your ambitions and they're talking back and they're giving you feedback and it's a conversation, it's not just you talking, that's a great thing. That's always a great thing. When you can have that person to talk back and give you feedback and suggestions and, share thoughts and things like that. I'm getting that tickle, y'all. Scorpio, be tactful if you see flaws in someone else's work. Passion will be your only answer. You can enjoy social events and meet new potential mates. However, avoid being lavish. Listen, be tactful. Don't try to hurt anybody's feelings. If you see something wrong with the work, just say it in a nice way. Hey, listen, I ain't trying to, be petty, but there's such and such. Just be tactful, right? That could go a long way, and that person will appreciate the fact that you kind of pulled their coattail a little bit to let them know you made an error in a nice way. Because that could pretty much cause them to not have embarrassment in another situation about their work. Be tactful with it. And I'm telling you, that goes a long way. Sagittarius, risky ventures may turn in your favor. Don't be too eager to buy things for those who really don't deserve it. You will profit from home improvement projects and real estate deals. All right, real estate deals, home improvement projects, and real estate deals. And listen, don't be too eager to buy things for those who really don't deserve it. They don't deserve it, don't buy it. I know you want to be nice, but they don't deserve it. And risky ventures may be in your favor. Here's what I'm going to say. Do your due diligence, especially if it's in real estate. Make sure you understand exactly what you're getting into. Don't just jump out there. Make sure you understand, okay? Do your due diligence. It could work out for you. It's risky and it could work, but do your due diligence. Check the fine print if it's something you don't understand. Listen, Sagittarius, get an attorney. Let them look over it. It could be worth the money. Sometimes we want to try to read through stuff and we have no idea what we're reading. But because we don't want to make the investment into the professional that can help you and avoid some of the things that you probably won't run into, we don't want to do that. So don't do that. Invest in your own self. Invest in what, if that person is saying, hey, this is what you got to do, invest in that person. Capricorn, your ongoing aggressive nature will attract someone you've been eager to meet. You'll be tempted to shop till you drop. Listen to the advice given by others. Whoo, don't you want to shop till you drop? Listen, I'm going to New Orleans and I want to shop till I drop. Don't be tempted though. I fight that temptation, Capricorn. I know, I understand. I'm tempted too. I want to shop till I drop, but I'm not. And don't you do it either. Don't be tempted. Aquarius, I know, Ben. I like to shop for clothes. I don't like food shopping. I don't want to go shop for. I don't want to go shop for household goods. I want to shop for clothes, shoes, and clothes. All right. Aquarius, need some adventure in your life? Exotic destinations beckons you. You'll be able to pick up on future trends if you keep your eyes peeled for unique ideas. Travel for business or pleasure will be enlightening. So if you're going to travel for business or pleasure, just know you will be enlightened, right? Nothing like a good old feeling of enlightenment. I get it. I'm looking for that. Like sometimes I have to. Let me tell you when I feel enlightened on Sundays. Sundays I feel the most enlightened. I feel light. I feel clear. It's like I don't know. It's weird like that, but it's most like when Sundays come around and I'm in my space. And I just kind of get a chance to just, because there's nothing going on that day. That's probably what it is. I don't have a meeting. I don't have a podcast. I don't have anything. It's just, and even if I do something on Sundays, it's later in the evening, like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. For the most part, I get up, I do church. Whether I'm watching Joel Osteen or Pastor Mario Brown out of Alabama, I'm doing church. And after I do church, I'm eating breakfast. And then I'm just kind of chilling. But that's when I feel my most enlightened, and that's when I feel I have the most clarity about things. And that's pretty crazy because that's when I plan for the week ahead on Sundays. Last but not least, my fellow fish Pisces, you can ferret out secret information if you just listen to what others have to say. Don't agree to make any of those cosmetic alterations you've been considering. Be very careful while in transit and while traveling in foreign countries. I ain't going to that's the second time. Listen, I ain't going to no foreign countries right now. Now, I got to get on the highway today, and I'll be careful. But traveling to foreign countries, I ain't doing it. Not right now. Maybe later. Not yet. I'm not there yet. Not there yet. All right, that's all the horoscopes I got for today. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. to bring you more of the horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thyssen, so stay tuned. All right, so listen, y'all. I always run across a story that I said I just couldn't make this up, and I just had to share this story with you because I just couldn't make this up. So allegedly, there was a gentleman. He's 50. Let me just say that he's 50 years old. He was arrested by the Gwinnett police after he pointed a laser at a helicopter that was flying near Twin Brook on Thursday. Yep, he pointed a laser at the helicopter that was flying in the air. And guess what he did? He went to jail. I mean, I just can't make that up. Like, he was charged with laser use against the aircraft. He thought that was cute, 50 years old. Anyway, police officer Volley said a green laser was pointed at the cockpit of the police department. It not only was a helicopter, he pointed at a police department helicopter. They were doing surveillance. They was doing surveillance around Twin Brook, right? About 10 o'clock Thursday night. And this fool takes a green laser and pointed at the cockpit of the police helicopter. Now he's going to jail. I can't make this up. I had to share that with you because I thought 50 years old. Why? Why? At any age, why? But definitely at 50. You had to know at some point that was dead wrong. I can't make this up. I just had to share that story. Now he's going to be sent up in the Gwinnett County Jail. I'm just saying. I try to share good stuff, but that story, I had to share it. Like, really? Like, you got to be kidding me. Like, why would you do that? I had to share it. I had to share it because I thought that was, like, just nuts. I thought this was a pretty good story. So, Adrian Green was a firefighter for, like, over 20 years, and he was about to retire, and he said, one of the things he wanted to do, because he not only was he a firefighter, he was in the Marine, he was in the military. He had a background in military, and he was a Marine, a firefighter, he was a safety planner, but he was also an artist. And it was time for him to retire from all of these things that he's done. And he said, I guess what he said was, when I want to paint until I get old, like it was a joke, right? But here's the thing, he started painting, and then people started requesting his paintings. I think that's so cool now. I thank God that he got a chance to actually do the thing that he probably loved the most, which is painting. Because a lot of times we put off the things that we love the most because we have to take care of our families, we have a career, things like that. But he did what he had to do. He served our country, he served our community, he served the community of DeKalb County, and now he's saying, you know what, I want to paint. And he says, I always wanted to be an artist. Growing up in New York and Boston, he created comic books with his friends and attended art classes at Massachusetts College of Art. They go to tickle, y'all. That's what I was talking about. So excuse me 1 second. I gotta get a cough drop. Because if I don't, I can't go on. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go to a song, get myself together, and then I'm gonna come back. Because I can't.
We get down to the beat, y'all. We get down to the beat, y'all. We get down to the beat, y'all. It's like we're not going anywhere. Maybe it's because there's something in the air. And I don't even care, no.
welcome back. So y'all see what I had, right? I had that little coughing thing going on. And I'm telling you, like the tickle, once that tickle get in your throat, it's hard to get it out. And I was like, oh, God. And I knew that was coming. So that's why I got my little cough drops right here, because that menthol is the only thing that cools it down. Like, I sucked on menthol all night, which probably wasn't good for me. But I needed to be able to, like, sleep, because that tickle, like, in my ear, and I feel the tickle in the ear, and that's what kind of messes me up. Anyway, Adrian Green is now following his dream of celebrating the heroic among our citizens here in the county. He's creating large murals. He's painting large portraits, and just things about the community where God, I'm just lost at words right now. I'm trying to get myself together, y'all. Anyway, he was in the Marines, and now he's painting pictures of the people in county rescue departments and all these different services. He spent 22 years as a firefighter. He was an emergency medical technician. He was a fire apparatus operator. He was a fire academy instructor, and then he retired. He also was a fire inspector in the Gwinnett Fire Marshal's office. He was all of these things, but now he's an artist, and he's painting murals about our heroes who fight for us daily in those departments like firefighters and police officers and rescue squads and things like that. He's painting these murals, so he's got contracts with the schools and with the counties and just doing some great things. So I think it's pretty nice. One what I was about to say before I got the tickle was that, thank God he had the opportunity to finally do the things that he loved. Like, a lot of times we have things that we want to do, and we don't do them because we got to take care of our families. Life steps in and knocks us down and pushes us down, and we forget about that thing that really makes our heart flutter, right? That's why I do this show. Like, I love doing this show, and I really can't see myself doing anything else outside of being an entrepreneur and doing my show and helping people. Like, even people, like, I have one client, she's a corporate person, right? But I can see the entrepreneur things that I can help her with inside of her job, her career, right? And she's a big dog in the corporate world, in her space. And she's not in corporate, she's in law enforcement, but she's a big dog in law enforcement. And so I can see my entrepreneurial side, see how I can go in there and help her do some things. And so I have taken that and put that in that space. And so I get to do what I do every day, the things that I love. And I think it's really cool that Adrian is finally getting a chance to do what he loves, which is being an artist. I hope that you guys get to do the things that you love. Listen, I'm gonna cut this short because my throat is itching. Like, if I could just dig in my ear and scratch like in here, I would be fine. But I can't, because I can't get my hand in there. And I tried to get a Q-tip in there, and I did a little bit, but it doesn't get right here where I need to scratch, because I need to scratch like right there. That's where the problem is. But anyway, I can see because I'm an entrepreneur, I can see from the outside things that I can do her that's entrepreneurial, but it's for her career, right? And so he got a chance to do what he wants to do, which is being an artist, and I help people kind of learn how to do the things they want to do, even if they have a job. So, I'm glad for him. That's important. That's really important. For you, find that thing that you love and kind of hang on to that thing. Gwinnett Veterans History Museum volunteers fighting ongoing battle to raise public awareness about the museum's existence. I didn't know they had a Veterans Museum. I honestly did not. Jackson County High School and East Jackson High School ROTC students check out displays of Gwinnett County Veterans Museums during a recent visit. I didn't even know we had a Veterans Museum. Like, that's crazy, right? Volunteers who give their time to the staff of the Gwinnett County Veterans Museums are veterans themselves and have some experience during battle. But the kind of battles they're fighting these days don't involve guns. It said, well, it technically does, but these guns are on display cases behind glass rather than being carried on a battlefield. I didn't know we had a Veterans Museum. So they want you to know that there is a Veterans Museum here in Gwinnett County. Yep, there is one. I know. I didn't know either. More than 15 years after the Gwinnett Veterans Museum was established in the Gwinnett County Historic Courthouse, on Lawrenceville Square, in Lawrenceville, listen, not only is it in Gwinnett County, it's freaking in Lawrenceville, right where I am. I've been in that courthouse before. I didn't know it was a museum, though. The volunteers who staffed it they're fighting a seemingly never-ending battle to raise awareness among Gwinnett residents that the museum exists. The The museum isn't always open. It can only welcome visitors when volunteers are available to staff it. Okay, so that's one problem. And the second problem is, how are they marketing the museum? Because I'm right here in Gwinnett County. I've been to the courthouse. As a matter of fact, that's what the Gwinnett Citizens Academy, when I was in it, we were at the courthouse. Here's the thing, I didn't know it was a museum because I just thought it was the courthouse, and they had like some artifacts in there from old times. So that's one of the problems. Like, a lot of people probably don't even know that there is a museum. I think that they should put together a marketing campaign, and I might need to holler at them. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, it's there. You don't know about it. Most of the citizens don't know about it because they're not doing great marketing for it. So that's one of the reasons. That's the main reason, not one. The main reason that people don't know about anything is because it's not publicized. Because if you publicize stuff, enough people will know about it. If you're not publicizing it and you expect people to walk, because when I think of the courthouse, I think of weddings. I don't think of it as a museum. Because every time I go by the courthouse, it's somebody getting married. So I'm thinking of it as an event venue where they have weddings. So that's one of the reasons people don't know about it, because it's not advertised as a museum. Most of the time it's advertised as an event venue, and people go there to take weddings. When you go there, then you see the stuff there. But I tell you, I was in there, and not one time did anybody say this is a museum. I just thought it was an event venue. So that's one of the reasons why they got to do more marketing. And so when I say that, they got to put together a really strong marketing campaign, so now people know that this is a museum, and that way people know about it. So, a lot of times we have businesses and you want people to know, but if you don't tell people what you do, what you got, nobody's gonna know. They just won't know. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna reach out to them and see if there's a way for me to help them get the word out about. Other than what I'm doing right now, maybe there's another way for me to help them get the word out about what they're doing with the with the museum, because I didn't know it was one. Still need a COVID vaccine. Yep. So right now, Broward County Health Department in Brazelton will administer vaccine doses from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. tomorrow in Brazelton, a town located on the edge of Barrow and Jackson and Gwinnett County. So Brazelton's in 3 counties: Barrow County, Jackson County, and Gwinnett County. They're going to be giving out vaccine doses tomorrow. So you still need a dose of vaccine, you can get it. Johnson & Johnson, Moderna, and Pfizer vaccines will be offered in the Brazelton Community Room, which is in the back of Brazelton Police and Municipal Court Building. The site is located at 5040 Highway 53, with parking available in the adjacent deck. So if you still need a vaccine, you can go out and get it. No appointment, nor proof of insurance is necessary to receive a vaccine. Man, isn't that nice? Like, you can just walk in and get a vaccine. Georgia residents between the ages of 12 and older are eligible for the vaccines. As of July 1st, 48% of Gwinnett County residents have received at least one dose of the vaccine, according to state vaccine distribution dashboard. 33% of Barrow County residents, 38% of Hall County, and 36% of Jackson County residents have received the vaccine. 48% of Gwinnett residents have received the vaccine. At least one dose. So if you need to get a vaccine, if you still need a vaccine, you don't need insurance, you don't even need an appointment. All you need to do is show up tomorrow between the hours of 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. tomorrow in Brazelton. Again, that's located at 5040 Highway 53. There's parking available, and this is in Brazelton. So you need a vaccine. They got Moderna, they got Pfizer, and they got Johnson & Johnson. You can show up to the Brazelton Police and Municipal Court Building located at 5040 Highway 53. There's parking in the adjacent deck, and it's free. You don't have to worry about insurance. You don't even need an appointment. Just show up between the hours of 9 and 4 tomorrow. All right? So listen, I'm going to my last song because my throat is itching. I'll be back after this song to give you my word of inspiration for the day. So stay tuned.
Take it away, feeling too good to me. Chilling all day, all in your space is where I wanna be. Here in this room, what did you do? I just can't get enough. Too caught up in your love. I've been trying to forget, but you won't let me. Something in my brain wants you. I've been thinking about myself, asking for help, but boy, you're my weakness. Give and we take, the love that we make, it's my favorite drug. Too caught up in your love. I've been trying to forget, but you won't let me. Something in my brain holds you. I've been hanging by myself, asking for help, but nothing seems to work on you. Yeah. You always make me feel like I'm you never leave my thoughts alone, you're the reason I'm going out of my mind. I just can't stop thinking about you. You got me feeling some type of way. You make me wanna stay in on it. You're the reason I can't get out of my head. I just can't stop thinking about you. 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 I just can't stop thinking about you.
All right, welcome back. So y'all hear me sounding crazy right now, but I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day. But before I go, I want to give you my word of inspiration. Here goes. Embrace the glorious mess that are you. Yep, that is you. Embrace the glorious mess that is you. Elizabeth Gilbert said that is right. Listen, I come to you this morning with a scratchy throat and a scratchy ear, and I'm embracing this glorious mess. I have explained to you why. And sometimes we don't do that. Sometimes we don't embrace who we are. We don't embrace all of who we are. We try to hide certain parts of who we are. We try to hide the messy part and let the good part show. Embrace it all. It makes you who you are, right? It just does. I'm embracing my glorious mess. I am, But I know there's all some good stuff coming out of this. I'm still doing the show. I still got to go do all this extra stuff, and I got to talk later. Have to figure out, do I need to go to this meeting? Because I don't want to be coughing on people. They think, oh my God, she got the coronavirus. And I don't. I think I just got too much dust in my lungs and my ear from being out in the outside in the garage digging in boxes that have been dusted up for 8 years. But that's my glorious mess. So what's your glorious mess? Embrace all of who you are. The good, the bad, and the messy. I'm just trying to help you out. That sounds like a book. Let me think about that for a second. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. Could have been anywhere in the world, but you spent the last 46 minutes with me, and I love you to life for that. Listen, if you missed any episode of this show, be sure to go to goodmorninggwinnett.com to listen to the past episodes there. Also, download the app from the App Store. And you can do that if you got an iPhone or an Android phone. Just go there and look up Good Morning Gwinnett. Add the app to your phone and never miss an episode. Also, be sure to follow me on Facebook at Good Morning Gwinnett. Follow me on Instagram at Good Morning Gwinnett. And follow me on the Twitter at GM Gwinnett. Also, if you listen to this show at home, tell Alexa, or your Amazon show, hey, open Good Morning Gwinnett, and they will play the latest episode of the Good Morning Gwinnett show on that device as well. If you listen to the show on Apple Podcasts, go to Apple Podcasts, find your favorite 2 episodes, and give them 5 stars. I love you to life for that. Listen, I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. with more information about what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. Be sure to stay safe out there. If you need to get a vaccine, Brazelton is giving out free vaccines tomorrow between 9 and 4. 5040 Highway 53. Tomorrow between 9 and 4. You don't have to have insurance. You don't even have to have an appointment. They're doing Johnson & Johnson, Moderna, and Pfizer. Pick the one you want. Go over there, get your vaccine, just in case you haven't gotten it yet, okay? All right, listen, I'll be back again tomorrow. Until next time, y'all, you know what to do. Make it a great day. Bye now. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you like this episode, subscribe now and share with your friends. To learn more about Noise Media Network, visit noisemedia.us.